Hey there, fellow gamers. Owners here with another episode of Let's Learn Dyson Sphere Program, and we are standing here in our amazing photon setup, and look, it's working. We've maxed out. We've maxed out what we can from the from our Dyson Swarm, and we're producing photons. And we saw at the end of the last episode we had some photons being sent back. Currently we're very, very close to sending another lot back, and we can actually see, look at that, we are producing some universe science. It's slowly ticking down. So the game is won. From here on in, the game is won. But there's still some stuff we can do. Obviously, building the actual Dyson Sphere completely would be nice. It's gonna take a bit of time though. It's gonna take a bit of time. It is coming along. We've got this one section here finished. This one's almost finished. Maybe I'll let it run. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But we still have to get this science going. Now, all of this brings me to a comment I got a few episodes ago. And, you know, bulk recording, so we're just getting around to it. But the Graviton Lenses, and we probably don't have any in our inventory, of course. That would be too much to ask. The Fates, I doubt we can make them. Of course we can't. But they do allow us to get 100% continuous receiving, even when we're not facing the planet, with the research ionosphere. Now it's got to be planetary ionosphere utilization, so it allows ray receivers to consume graviton lenses to increase the max power, but it also uses the ionosphere to kind of bounce the signal around the planet, and you get coverage basically 100% of the uptime. We're going to test that out. But we have to go back. We have to go back to our home planet to get these things going. Which is AL3 is our home planet, but we're going back to AL1, of course, because that's where all the good stuff is. Now, while we're back there, we're going to set up some slightly more mass producing of the Graviton Lenses, and in particular, one of the key components of Graviton Lenses is the strange matter, which uses our, just make sure I don't miss it, which uses the containers, particle containers, and now we have unipolar magnets. We can create particle containers much quicker. Well, not quick is the wrong word, but much easier. Just those and copper. So we're going to be doing that and setting that up as a production of storage containers, and then they'll be also used for other things around the place. But for now, I've got to try and find Alpha Horus 1. So over here somewhere. There we are. Sit there. Smack bang into it. And we're just going to come down here, and we're going to bring in some strange matter. We'll probably also bring in some fractal silicon and other things that we haven't got. So yeah, here we go. You're very underutilized because we're not going to really ever be getting more than that coming in. So I'm going to get you bring in some unipolar magnets. Remote demand. Should be getting a full lot of those, and we'll get you bringing in. I'm not going to bring in the fractal silicon yet. We're not using it. We don't need to rush. Anyway, so this will enable us to have fractal silicon going. We might as well find a little spot where we can do some storage containers. We're not going to need a huge amount. So honestly, this area here is actually looking pretty good. We'll use it. We'll get rid of some of this stuff. We'll get rid of those. Get rid of those. Come on. Get rid of those. There we go. All right. And then all we'll do is definitely not shift click on a logistics. Too close. There we go. And too close. All right. I guess that one there was in the range. So we need to bring in unipolar magnets. We need to bring in, and now that I'm doing this, I'm like, well, why would we do that with that when we can do it with a interstellar one and just have the chance that we can actually interesting. We can do a different different spot. Anyway, where I was going with that is we can then have these available elsewhere. No, I don't want that. I want that, and I want some copper, and then I want these guys here, particle containers. All right, and we'll give you look. We'll give you maybe not all of them. That's probably too many. We'll give you half of them. I think that's fair. We won't have you with any. We won't have you with any of these other things. There you go. You go over to there. There you go. Powered up. We'll charge this up. We'll max this out, and now we will make this supply. We'll make this just remote storage, so they're not actually sending these anywhere. And this is going to be local demand, and this is going to be local demand. All right. And we don't actually have these arrived yet, would be this case, because remember it's 30-second travel. We've got to go there and back, so it's actually a minute travel to get here. But where do we make these now? Can it be made in a replicator? Well, that's really handy. I guess it's made in assembler. We'll just assume that is the case. And if we do 4 of these, and then say 8 of them, that's 2 a second. Seems pretty legit. And then we just need to belt it, don't we? All right. You're going to come in like this and do that. Nice and easy. You're going to come in here and do that. Nice and easy. And then we'll have an output on the other side. That's right. Doing something like that. Bang. Okay, we'll set some filters on here. I didn't actually check the ratios of things that are required. It is 10 unipolar to 2 copper. So we'll put unipolar on the inside, and we'll do copper on the outside, and then we've got an input. And then it's just a very simple matter of setting up a few of these. It was 4 seconds, wasn't it? 4 seconds. 10 in 4 seconds means more than 2 a second. I think this does 3 a second, doesn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, it does. It does 3 trips a second, so that's actually okay. And then an output there. Beautiful. I was just wondering whether we actually would require to use our advanced stacks, but we don't. We don't. So there is a real quick 2 a second of those. Oh, there we go. Are they working? Yes, they are. Look at that. We're away. And our supplies are fine. Okay. So yeah, let's not use up all our unipolar magnets. On unipolar magnets. Yeah, they are unipolar magnets. We'll not use all of them up on here because we might want to also make some advanced smelters. Yeah, the other comment I got the other day, well, from one of the previous videos, was why are we still using Tesla towers? Now, I originally pointed out that 2 Tesla towers have the same reach as 1 wireless power tower, and it's actually cheaper to make. But now resources are much less of an issue. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? So it's just plasma exciters, which are glass essentially. The prism is just glass. We should probably just make some prisms, shouldn't we? Probably just make some prisms here and have them available. Yeah, there's pros and cons, aren't there? There's pros and cons. We're not really using prisms anywhere else, so what we'll do is we'll have a little setup to turn some of these power poles that we have over here into advanced power poles, similar to what we did with. Oops, I went the wrong way. Similar to what we did with these guys. Yeah. All right, and so we'll take power poles in. Interesting. We do actually have to bring in some glass. All right. What do we need again? We need glass, and we need the magnetic rings, magnetic coils, which we have got available. Glass and magnetic coils, and then we would need to come over here, and we would make that into advanced poles. And then we can also make we can also make these, can't we? All right, what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do? So I'm going to change this. This is remote demand local supply, which is great. And what we'll do is actually we'll pop in another one of these for the construction of this. And we are definitely running out of space. But honestly, there's few things that we still need to do. So why not? Why not? We'll get some power going. All right, so yeah, grab one of these, put it down here. Alright, we're going to need power poles, we're going to need wireless towers, we are going to need satellites. I can see already we need too many things, don't we? So if I were to clear that, we would need... Let's clear this again. We are going to end up with too many things. So, alright, these are the two things we want to become available. And now to make the first one, we need that. We need glass. We need glass, and what was the other thing that we needed to make those is, oh yeah, magnets, all right. And magnets, all right, so let's make this as small as possible, and then that also as small as possible, because remember we're drawing that from up here, and we'll just make this, I don't know, like 400 of them, and probably only 100 of them. I don't think we're going to use these too much, especially at this point in the game. Like, let's face it. We're just finding stuff to do, just minor efficiencies as we go through here. I did want to focus on Graviton Lenses, but I also want all this power stuff. Oh gosh, so many things. You can have those. We'll give you some regular old power. And okay, you are now going to local demand, store, we'll set all these to remote store, local demand. Alright, so these things are coming in, and you guys go up to 100%. So now we can make wireless power towers. Alright, wireless power towers. Nice and simple. We'll put down that. I can already see that is a terrible place for that. We're crossing over that line. Alright, put you there and you there. That's probably too close. It's definitely too close. There we go. Alright, so you are making wireless power towers. Wireless power tower, yep. And you, my friend, are making whatever these things are called. Plasma exciters. Okay. In fact, that is not what's going on here, because you need to be making prisms. You need to be making plasma exciters. And then we need one more. We need one more to make our wireless towers. There we go. All right. So you need to be making wireless power towers. Now we're into it. Okay. So you need glass. That is the first output we need. We need glass coming in. I mean, that's just weird and a waste of a couple of belts, but here we are. Give me that, please. 2 sorters, and that's all you need. That's all you need is glass, and then we'll drop. You go into there, and you go into there. So you need the magnets as well. So we'll bring the magnets in on this line. Here we go. Magnets come down to there. Beautiful. Alright, you go into there. We should probably power this up as well. Just so these are actually start building. It does look like we're getting enough. It does look like we're getting enough, doesn't it? Yeah, alright. And obviously this is keeping up a little bit. And you then just need the normal towers. Alright, so bring out here the normal towers. Normal tower. There we go. What's flashing with the power at me? That's just a tower. That's fine. Alright. And then what I'll do is actually I'll bring out here. No, I'm not going to do that. Get rid of that. We'll bring it out on the other side, because then we can feed it into the next build that we're doing. Right, probably using a splitter somewhere along there. Okay, that's good, that's good. Give me one of those, pop that out there, and bring that in there. Alright, there we have production of wireless power towers. It doesn't have to be fast. That is incredibly slow, but like I said, it doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to be fast. Okay, now to make the next level of things, which we really don't need, but I want to do anyway, we'll put one of these little guys in here. And what we are going to do is pop you here. That is going... No, we definitely want to put a splitter here because I want to make sure that we have some going in and some staying. So there is a splitter. Alright, you go into there and out to there. And then you come out here. And that will be a quick save. There we go. And here we go. Alright, so let's pop in one of these. You are going to change to substations, or whatever the equivalent they're called, sorry. Satellite substation, yeah. And you need supermagnetic rings and parts. That's all you need. Alright, supermagnetic rings and parts. Frame material, that's the term. Do I have... I feel like they're somewhere. They're somewhere nearby. We're probably just wasting things doing this, but here we are. I do need to grab a few more of these. There we go. Alright. And then we'll come over here and we'll pop a handful in here, power this guy up with, you know, why not? I'll tell you why not, because it's a friggin' waste. Makes me just seethe with that waste of resources trying to put one there. But anyway, we're doing it. Okay, so let's get some requests for these. Again, these are expensive, so we certainly don't want to have too many of these available. It looks like we actually don't have a backlog of frame materials, which is fine. If we don't actually make any of these, I'm honestly not against it. What's going on here? We're not crossing a barrier, are we? This is actually plonked on a barrier. That's fine. Let's just do one of these up to here. You'll go to there, and then the next one will go like that. Actually, I don't think that helps. I don't know. Can you actually take from the end of things? Can you take from the end of things? I'm sure we've done this before, but let's just check anyway. No, the answer is no. That's fine. What if I got rid of that? It does allow taking from there. I mean, we could bring them around if we want to, but again, it's just like such a low requirement that I'm not even gonna bother. But there's that. Let's get you some power, and maybe one day we'll make some of these. All right, you then run into here. One day, yay or nay, maybe some of these will appear, and we'll have a bunch of them. But now we have 26 of these. I'll put them in my inventory. I'm still going to probably use these predominantly, but it is actually, to be fair, placing down 1 million of the small power poles on a planet where we're trying to get to some mining I can see that's pretty annoying. All right. So where are we? Well, for now we are having a look over here at our Graviton lens setup, which is working mighty fine, I've got to say. And this is backing up, because remember this was a 5. We kind of needed just more than 4, but not 5. So we could put another 2 of them, another 3 of these, and some more of those, and get this going a little bit higher, which I think we'll do. We're probably going to double this. I don't know if we're going to have space, but we'll try. All right, give me a doubling. Give me a doubling of that. Actually, honestly, I haven't done the math on this. We might not actually need to double this one, but here we are. I've got a feeling we were a little bit over the requirements to begin with. So there we go. Tab you across, get some inserters, and get that, and get that. It's probably not necessary with that one just there, but here we are. So we need another 5 of these. We actually happen to have 5 more available. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 5th one may or may not be necessary. Again, I'm not even going to bother doing the math on this. We're just going to plonk. We're just going to plonk it. Plonk. There we go. And which one is the input? This one is the input. And this one is the output. Okay, actually, we're out of belts. We're out of belts. We're kind of near the belt area. One of these is belts. Somewhere around here. Someone's making belts for me, aren't they? Yeah, there you go. Grab them all. Put a strain on our supermagnetic rings again. What else are we going to do? We're 1,000. We're 1,000 ahead from where we started the episode. Kind of puts us in perspective on how much time we have actually left to play with before that mission goal is completed. Why? Okay, now I see. Now I feel like a fool because we're just using Mark IIs there. That's why I cannot do it. I'm sure someone else spotted that. We'll just upgrade all these because. Ooh, I didn't want to upgrade that one, but there you go. We got a little bonus there. These are all going down here. And away we go. Alright, so there is a whole lot of more strange matter. A whole lot more strange matter. Let's get some power poles. Let's get... I didn't actually make any of those. Yeah, see, this provides less coverage, but it travels further distance. That's kind of its whole purpose, is to travel more distances. That was the wrong spot for that one. Get you there. Alright, so this one needs to cover those ones, and then this one's over there. Yeah, we just kind of zigzag it across, and we'll get coverage on all those. There we go. So with all that strange matter, we now have enough to ramp this up to another 4. That. Ooh, okay. This is actually going to be a possible issue. Possible issue? Probably not. We can imagine we can sneak it in there. There we go. Perfect. All right. Run you up to there. Run you up to there. And then run you up to there. All right. Now we just need to copy these sorters. Copy these sorters like so, and we're away. All right. So we doubled our production of Graviton lenses, and we've got a heap of these now. This other stuff, I honestly don't even. We're probably running really low on coal and fuel oil, but it doesn't matter. Does it matter? Not really. All right. So now that we have a bunch of Graviton lenses, and I mean honestly, why? I'm not sure what they stack to. Probably 20. Let's grab a little handful and see. Oh, they stack to 100. Right. Let's grab them all, and we're gonna go and enjoy. Back on 150 Pisces Austrini. We do have enough time. Sorry, not 150 Pisces. Yeah, 150 Pisces. Back to our Dyson Sphere. Run over here. All right. Yeah, we're trying to do this as quickly as possible. Come on. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. Speed away. Gotta get that 1,000 meters, 1 kilometer away, and suddenly we're free to walk. And that couple of kilometers turns into a few AU very quickly. Every time. Gets me every time. You know what? I'm actually going to pause the recording while this is happening, and we'll come back and we'll be there. All right, and we are just about here. There we go. 150 Pisces Austrini 2. There we are. Let's get our sail speed up and going. Okay. Now, what we want to do is we want to check out this Graviton lens theory. That's what this whole episode has been leaning towards, is can we get extra coverage with Graviton lenses? And we're just going to do it very manually to begin with. Okay, let's find... I guess we're going down to the South Pole, which is going to not have full coverage at the moment. This is an interesting turn of events here. Okay, you've got 47%, which is no good. So if I pop you in here, there we go. Look at that, strength 100%. Okay, so this works. And that means that our continuous receiving will always be, well, it'll get to 100%, it'll stay at 100%. Now the big advantage of this is not the max output, because yes, the max output increases, but we're already maxed out our output. The big advantage is actually the ray receiver efficiency slightly increases, and that depends on the upgrades that we've got. I think the maximum without white science upgrades is like 77%, but an extra kind of 10% on efficiency here means that even though our max output stays the same, our requested power reduces. So we actually will be able to get more power converted into photons by having these Graviton lenses. Now the downside of this is getting Graviton lenses into these is just straight up annoying. There has to be a better way, doesn't there? There has to be a better way. You've got nowhere where we can attach a sorter to, is there? Like I can't believe we have to put a splitter at every one of these. That can't be the answer, can it? Can't be the answer. Actually, well, I guess what we could do is it might be easier to actually make. So first of all, we do need to set this up with a request, a demand of these. You are supplying. Yep, that is correct. And my son is awake. Let me give me 1 second. All right. Yes, still fighting the good fight with my my son getting out of bed at night. But here we go. All right. So if we want to get Graviton lenses out here, and what I'm actually thinking is we go one a little bit higher, and then we could do that, and instead of and we do that. Now, can we? We can't copy this, can we? There's no way we can turn that into a blueprint. That is a shame. Alright, we do that. I mean, I still think this is probably slightly easier to build than a splitter arrangement, but whether it's actually worthwhile, that is the real question, isn't it? But here we are. We do what we can with the time that we have, which is it's ticking down. We're almost halfway through our mission goal. Now, I think the correct way to build this at the other side, at the other pole, is going to be to delete the other pole and replace it completely with this as a new blueprint. And honestly, I'm probably not even going to bother. Probably not even going to bother doing this after this episode, because even though it is going to increase our efficiency, we just don't need it for the goals that we currently have, which is just a completion of the mission goal at this point. All right, so there's that. This one can actually just run in there. There we go. Okay, and then we're back to the start. So now we can just get our sorters. And here we go. Almost there. Another thing is there's going to be a lot of Graviton lenses on that belt. Yeah. All right. Let's give you 100 of them. And see, that doesn't get very far on the belt, does it? Let's give you another 100. So there's currently 200, 300 lenses. Still not enough. Wow. All right. This is per row. 400. 500, and yes, we do have them coming in there as well. Looks like 20 is how much each one's actually holding, which is probably means that we just put all of those in and they're all going to get used up. So that was 1,000. That was 1,000 lenses, and it looks like it's maybe going to back up that one line. Maybe. Anyway, but now we have one big line that is going to have, going to have 100% efficiency the whole time, and it's going to max out our ray efficiency. We'll be able to see the difference in efficiency on some of these ones back here, hopefully, that don't have. Okay, well, unfortunately, these are now obviously getting on the bright side of the tilt. So, what can you do? Let's do a remote demand of these again. Something like that. 566 seems acceptable. Probably want 1,000 in storage here. All right. Well, I mean that brings us to the end. That brings us to the end of the episode. We did get. I feel like that was like 1,600 white science done this episode, and already we're almost at another 1,000 being sent. I assume a couple thousand photons have been sent. I could assume, of course, or we could just have a look. Production, Dyson Sphere, performance tests. There we go. Default order here. There we go. Photons. We are producing 240 a minute. There we go. We are consuming none at 150 Pisces Austrini. Let's mark that as a 3, and now we can do the entire system, entire star cluster. And we can see, there we go, we are consuming 200 a minute. If we now see if we can find dark matter, should be here. Here we go, antimatter, sorry, that's the one. And we are consuming 50 a minute. Our production is actually much higher, so clearly our science is not fully utilising all the antimatter, but it's also, this is coming in big chunks, and this is just a constant drain. So it is what it is, but yeah, we're very close to our mission goal, and this is not very close. Not very close at all. But I think that's all we've got time for now. Tomorrow / next episode, we'll figure out what we're going to do. I've got other things I had planned to do, which was advance smelters from the unipolar magnets, have a look at what we can do with the fractal silicon, but it all just seems so meaningless at this point. Yeah, I think maybe next episode we'll have a maybe it'll be the last, maybe there'll be 2 more. We'll see how we go. But for now, I will say adieu and thank you to my amazing patrons. Catch you next time.